I do the hair for the competition season this year, so we're going to do this in a series of videos, all right? So bear with me. So the first thing we're going to do is the bump. All right, it's going to be about 2 inches wide, and then I do it about 1.5 inches deep. The key to this, because their hair is really wet, is making sure that you blow it dry. Emma's is already pretty much dry in the front, so we're not going to do that on the video, but I did invest in this root booster. This stuff is amazing. If you spray it right at the base of this while you're drying it, you'll get a lot more volume. Okay. Then the other thing I do is I actually split this in half. And in the front half, you're going to use your comb and you're going to rat. And don't be afraid to rat. Okay. Then we're going to spray and rat some more. And then we'll do this second portion. Spray. And then we're going to let that dry for a few minutes. Okay, now we're going to brush it back. Keeping in mind not to brush it obviously completely out. And then using bobby pins that are the same color as the hair of your child, you are going to, let me try to do this side, pin it back. Turn the side this way just so you can see, okay? So I've got it pinched back, and then you're going to push it forward. And when you push it forward, that's where you get the bump. And then you're going to use lots of bobby pins and pin that sucker in. All right, so now we're going to work on the first ponytail. And for this hairstyle, the part is really important. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at about between where the eyebrow and the eye is. And then you're actually going to angle your part kind of on a diagonal. If you go straight across, you'll end up with a huge bump on top and you won't have as much hair to work with on the bottom, okay? So we're going to go in on an angle. And then same on the other side. We're going to get the ponytail going. And then you want this ponytail to sit right up here, pretty much right on top of where your bump is. So where your bobby pins are, your ponytail is going to be right behind it. See, this ponytail is basically right on top of her head. Again, using hair ties that are the same color as your child's hair. If you go to Walmart, they have a really wide selection of hair ties, and they're pretty cheap, and you can get a ton of them too. So the next part we're going to do is I do each one at a time, so we're going to do the messy bun part. You don't want to make sure it's not really too pretty. I would put more gel in this, and obviously her hair would be a little bit more wet. But we're basically just going to, I like to do it this way personally, because then it just makes it easier. And then you just have to tack down these little bits. We'll just spray it with some hairspray. And you've taken your bobby pins and you've tacked it down. As they dance, obviously, you probably are going to have to fix it in between dances, but that's okay. And then the next part you're going to do is right at the ear line. So again, you're going up on an angle to make sure that you're leaving enough hair for even buns. So I'll adjust this part. Again, it's going to be right dead center, lined up with the other one. Okay. So I use one hair tie for the ponytail, and then I actually use a separate hair tie for the messy bun part. And that allows you to have a nice tight ponytail while still getting the effect of the messy bun. Okay, so pin this one down as well. Now we've just got this last part, and this one's fairly easy. And if you've parted it correctly, you will actually have 3 same-sized ponytails and same-sized buns. So, putting this ponytail in. And then the next, chin down a little bit, boo. Okay, last ponytail bun. And then we're going to tack this one down as well. Pinning these down, just so you guys know, there's no rhyme or reason The messier, the better. It is supposed to be a messy bun. Okay, they aren't supposed to necessarily be like a pretty perfect ballet bun. You just want to make sure you're tacking them down all the way around it so that as much of it stays up for as long as humanly possible. Like I said, they'll be dancing around. We all know how violent they can get with their hair as they're flipping around. So you're just doing your best. A couple of tools that I really like. I love this Big Sexy Hair. This stuff is the best hairspray I have ever found. It is kind of expensive, but it holds better than anything I've ever used. The Root Booster is awesome for the bump. And then I recommend the Got To Be Glued gel. The other thing that I also recommend is putting their classwear top on before you do their hair, because putting it on after their hair is done just is a little bit trickier. So it just makes it a little bit easier, and they need to show up to all competitions wearing it anyway. So that works. So you're just going to spray it. Lots and lots of hairspray. Can't have too much. Okay. And there you go. That is, I'll do a little pan around so you can see it. Okay. That is the hairdo. Here's the back. Okay. If you guys have any questions, you can always call or text me, and I'm happy to answer any questions. It's pretty easy to do. Good luck.